Okay, so is everyone clear about how to use a microphone? Right, I believe we've got 5 presentations. Have we got one from the Wellbeing Workshop? Is that right? Yes. Okay, excellent. So 1 from Wellbeing, 2 from CVs, and just one from CVs. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, we're going to have plenty of time to vote and do prize giving at the end then. And we actually have got 2 from the networking workshop. So, what we're going to do is you're each going to give a 2-minute presentation. Amy's going to keep time, and Amy, I've worked with Amy for a couple of years now. She can be difficult if she gets crossed. So do not cross Amy, because she's going to tell you off if you run more than 2 minutes. No, she's not really. She's just going to make it very clear that the 2 minutes is up, and you're going to have to stand down. So 2 minutes each, maybe a little bit of time for questions. And then we're going to have a vote at the end. So you're all going to vote on which presentation you like the best. And it's the ones who get the most votes are the ones who win the prizes. So would anyone like to come to the stand first? Excellent, thank you. Stand in front of the table. Oh, right.
Okay, does anyone have any methodology here they struggle with? Anything they want to troubleshoot? We have a network for you.
So our idea is a methodology network, and the idea here is to support and troubleshoot people using initially qualitative methodologies in research. So to start with, it would be an online support, but backed up with regional face-to-face meetings, maybe every 2 months during term times. It would be aimed at experts and novice users to the methodology.
So there'd be a great opportunity for early career researchers to share peer-to-peer any troubleshooting issues, and we'd also get experts, because it'd be a great way to disseminate their research and further the impact of their research. So it'd be an online network initially, but starting in London, we'd have regional face-to-face meetings where you could share your novel way of using your methodology, also advertise conferences, jobs, and also form collaborations.
I should also say that this idea has come out of a need for support around qualitative methodologies. Often people in undergraduate degrees and master degrees, they're not taught a lot in qualitative methodologies, and so it's to kind of try and help people with that area of need as well. And we thought about ways that we could maybe market it and recruit members. So initially looking at contacts at King's. So in the IPPN, we have a qualitative special interest group, so looking at maybe expanding on that, looking at maybe the King's website, ResearchGate, existing networks as well that this could be marketed to.
And then we anticipate using this template for any other methodology you're interested in.
Okay, hello. I think my presentation is going to be fairly superfluous because I love that idea, especially for qualitative analysis. My presentation is going to be more really about what we talked about in the actual group, and that was for the Taking Time for Yourself workshop. I think we established that we were all a little bit concerned as to whether or not we were picking the right workshop to start with, because the other ones looked so good. And then when we came to the end of the workshop, we realised that actually it feeds into those other aspects as well. We learned from doing this workshop aspects about how to benefit those other issues that were being seen or talked about in the other workshops. So one of the 2 things that came out of it that we thought that we identified as being absolutely brilliant for us was that in terms of looking at how you cope with stress management and things like what your strengths and weaknesses and what your opportunities and what your threats are, and actually filling in, we filled in a lot of handouts that were really, well, I said the word confronting. This particular one, what was it called? The Wheel of Wellbeing. Having been shown this process, it's something that I am going to definitely encourage you to do and look up online, and it's something that I'm going to definitely take up as a practice, especially when things are a little bit more stressful than others, so I encourage you to have a look. You've got the different sections of friend and family, romance, personal growth, fun and recreation, physical environment, business and career, and finances and health. And you...
Okay, so we'd like to talk to you guys today about the network of networks. So what we plan to do is create a web page that connects you to all of the networks available at King's. Why we think this is necessary is because if any of you have tried to navigate the King's web pages, they are very, very difficult. So this would be mainly for confused newbies, so new starters, but also for confused oldies, like most of us here who've been here for a while. We'd also like to make people feel part of the community, so part of the community at King's, and to enable people to formulate their identity. What our plans are to share information, to increase knowledge, to improve the support, and collaborate across all the networks that are currently available at KCL. How we plan to do this is to create an interactive web page, have a link in the new starters emails to this web page, and this web page will be a page that has blocks and also a search function, and some of those blocks will include things like faculty through to school through to division, so all of the networks that go down that route, but also we'll have blocks for things like diversity and inclusion, and also careers and those sorts of things. We'll also have an events page on there that will be updated as and when needs be, and all the page will be updated with different pieces of information biannually. So we were thinking this could be a biannual thing, that all of the current heads of the networks, so all of the current groups, would update their pages biannually, and the events pages would be something that we would externally link out to that could be updated as and when new events happen. We've got 20 more minutes. 20 more seconds. We done? Yeah, we're done. We've got it.
So I got a little bit carried away listening to everyone, and I've entirely forgotten what ours is about, but I'll give my best shot. So our scheme, as it were, was entitled Internship and Mentoring Scheme for the KCL Individual Life Outside Academia. So one of the things that struck me today was Rebecca Babb's talk. So for me, her move from academia to the outside world, big scary real world out there, was quite brave. And the reason why I thought it was quite brave is because I don't really know what life outside academia involves. I don't know what it would look like day to day. I don't know if I'd like it. I don't know if I have the skills to even do it. And if I wanted to, I don't know how to sell my skills that I do have. So having talked to a few of you, it sounds like this maybe, hopefully, isn't just me. And that actually there's an opportunity to create links here outside of academia to try and increase our skills and also make us more aware of what we can contribute outside of this sort of bubble. So our project would be to create a platform whereby current KCL staff, students, all KCL sort of employees and individuals would be able to access information about alumni from King's. Not just alumni from King's within academia, but actually outside of academia. So people who are like Rebecca Babbs, who have moved outside of the academic world. So we would ask people like herself to create a profile where they would describe what they do day to day, but also where they could, students or staff could then link in with them. So they could make connections, engage and interact. And we would offer, hopefully, a very small pot of money to encourage people to make those connections. And the pot of money could be used for an internship or a placement type thing. So this would involve the individual making connections with that alumni and then going to see their place of work or be involved in their work. So that's the scheme. But if you've questions, please do fire them at me because I had lots more to say.